Hello everyone, welcome back to Fitness, Nutrition and Soul channel, and today we're going to talk about gut health. First of all, this video I'm posting after a very long time, and that's because I've been very busy with my studies. But anyway, get back to the gut health. Recently, there has been lots of researches coming about the gut health, and pretty much all around the world, there are different types of researches are going for the gut health, as there has been now numerous links found between the diseases and gut health, especially the Alzheimer, diabetes, Parkinson, and so on. So the gut health plays a very important role. So in this video, we're going to learn the mechanism of at least the basic mechanism of the gut health, and what kind of foods should you eat to have a better gut health. So first of all, we got 10 trillion cells. As you can see, the human being got around 10 trillion cells, but we got the amount of the bacteria, not the bacteria, the amount of the microbiome, which includes pretty much your bacteria, yeast, archaea, and viruses, that is around 100 trillion. So which is pretty much 10 times more than the human cells. Also, we got around 20,000 to 30,000 genes, but the microbiome got around 150 times more genes than human being as well. So dysbiosis, it is generally the disease which is related with the imbalance of the microorganism in your gut. So they're still trying to work it out, the ratio of the bacteria and all the kind of stuff. And like, for example, but if the one is like, for example, there is a bad bacteria and the good bacteria, and if the bad bacteria is really in a higher number than the good bacteria, it can cause the dysbiosis. That means that it can increase the risk for the diseases. So let's have a look. What are the things which influence your microbiome? First of all, when you're in a womb, you are pretty much starved. But when you come out, that's when you get exposed to the microbiome. So the way you're born, if you're born cesarean or vaginal, that can play a very important role. The first year, if you're breastfed or bottle fed, that can play an important role. Your diet, genetics, medication, and so on. So what they found is, in some researches, they have found it, in some researches, it's still a contradictory, but what they found is that if you're born through the cesarean, there are more chances of having the autoimmune diseases in the later stage of the life. And also, when antibiotics are used in the infants, the effect on the developing microbiota means there is a potential to increase the risk of the obesity, metabolic syndrome, and autoimmune diseases. Also, as I said before, C-sections have associated with the increased risk for autoimmune and metabolic disorders due to the microbiome developing in infants of C-sections compared to the vaginal deliveries. So where is the microbiome found? It's found in your oral. So this process can be also in your oral, and if it happens in your oral, it can cause the liver problem and pancreas problem, as the mucus layer get damaged and it start getting into your bloodstream. It is found in the colon. Actually, pretty much most of your bacteria, maybe around 99%, I'm not pretty sure, that is found in your colon, then vaginal and the skin. And so now let's learn about the importance of the fiber. And I would actually classify what is probiotic and prebiotic. So probiotic is the bacteria which we ingested from the fermented foods such as kombucha, kimchi, kefir, miso, sauerkraut, and so on. Prebiotic is generally, it's the fiber which feeds the good bacteria. Your vegetable, garlic, onion, psyllium husk, and so on. They are the ones which actually feeds the bacteria. And the reason it feeds the bacteria is, so when you eat the fiber, or when you eat the carbohydrate, the indigestible carbohydrates ends into your large colon. And the bacteria over there produces short chain fatty acids, especially your butyrate, acetate, and promenade. Now, the acetate is used for the lipogenesis and glucogenesis, and is also plays a very important role for the immune system as well. The butyrate has been found in numerous studies that it can play a very important role for the colon health, or to decrease the risk for the colon cancer, for the immune system, and so on. So, for example, this is your intestine wall, and that's your all the waste, and between the waste and the intestine wall or the colon cell, you got the mucus layer. So when the bacteria produce the short chain fatty acids, especially the butyrate, 70% of it is actually get consumed by the colon cells. So the main source of energy for our colon cells, providing up to 70% of the energy. What are the benefits of the short chain fatty acids? I will put the link before. You can read about the short chain fatty acids benefits. It's numerous. It plays a very important role in the immune system, may protect against colon cancer. Butyrate has been shown to decrease the bacterial endotoxin releasing in the bloodstream. That means then when especially when you eat the red meat or other kind of lot of red meat, I mean, it can increase the bad bacteria in your gut. Oh, and the toxins can be any type of the bad bacteria. It doesn't have to come from the diet. It slows down the release into the bloodstream as the butyrate makes the mucus layer thicker. Fiber consumption increases the growth of the healthy bacteria such as the lactobacillus, bifidobacterial, and Prevotella. Also, the short chain fatty acids corrects the dysbiosis and heal the gut. It also creates the powerful link between the microbiome and immune system that serves to make the to make the immune system work properly. So I was pretty fast. So it's pretty much like when you take the fiber into your large intestine with the bacteria thrives on it and produce the short chain fatty acids. Short chain fatty acids provides a mucus layer. It also helps to differentiate the immune cells. It also produces the lactobacillus and the other good bacteria, which is really good in reducing some cancer, in reducing the inflammation, in reducing the diabetes risk, and so on. And they're finding now linked with so many other diseases. It's close to like more than 20 diseases. They have already found the link. The mechanism behind it and the ratio of the bacteria, that's what they are really researching more about it. Even the gut dysbiosis, a microbial imbalance with the gut that can drive a variety of health issues, from the irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, to the rheumatoid arthritis, to the type 2 diabetes. So gut health plays a very, very important role, guys. So if your gut health is out of whack, it can really affect your mood, it can affect your emotions, it can affect in your it can affect your everyday life as well, in the way, for example, that if your gut health is, especially when you got the leaky gut, what happens is when you get a leaky gut and you not have a proper mucus layer, the bacteria start getting into your bloodstream, and when the bacteria gets into your bloodstream, the immune system get really overactive because it doesn't supposed to be there. So when it doesn't belong there, the immune system really attacks on it, yeah, and that causes the inflammation on the body. That will drain energy level because your immune system is working hard, and that causes also the other side effects as well. So to pretty much to keep your gut health in a good way, there are a few things which you can do. First is that if you have any allergies, try to avoid it. For example, if you're allergic to lactose, don't have lactose, or don't have the milk, or try to have the either with the lactase enzyme. Or if you're allergic to the gluten, don't have anything which got the gluten. So try to avoid which cause the allergic reaction in your gut. Another thing you can do is to make sure that you're having around 35 to 40 grams of fiber for men, and I think it's 25 to 30 grams for a woman per day. And what they found is that if you're taking the fiber from the different sources, as there are more than 500 or 1,000 different types of the bacteria species found in your gut, So it's better that you take the fiber from the all different sources, different types of vegetables, different types of fiber, grains. Then because then each bacteria can survive on the different types of the on the fiber depending on the sources. So you can add a lot of vegetables, especially balanced like different vegetables, grains. You can add fruits. Even in some studies, they have found that even the lactose can increase the lactobacillus as well. You can add the probiotic food like sauerkraut, lactobacillus, kombucha, cafe, and so any fermented food which is found in your culture as well. That can also play an important role. And that's it, guys. Sorry, I just missed that. That's the one thing I was looking for. The gut health has been found, this process of that, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Alzheimer's, allergies, atherosclerosis, liver disease, irritable bowel syndrome, irritable bowel disease, liver cancer, obesity, and fatigue syndrome. Fatigue syndrome can be due to the leaky syndrome. Obesity is the ratio of the bacteria, which I can't remember top of the head, but if the ratio is not right, it increases the risk of obesity. Liver cancer is because everything has to go through your liver, and also the oral dysbiosis can cause the liver problems as well. And the IBS and IBD, irritable bowel syndromes, what they found is that the psyllium husk especially can help in treating the irritable bowel syndrome for both constipation and diarrhea, just not for one thing, it's for both. And so on. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching my video. If you have any question about the gut health, put it on the link and I will try my best to answer you back. Thanks. And sorry, last thing, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do it now and also press the notification button. Thanks.